Well, we've put together a panel of Utahns from different backgrounds to begin the conversation that might lead to understanding and healing. Andrew Wittenberg live with them over in Studio A. And Andrew, it seems our country's so divided over so many issues these days.
Yeah, Mike and Ashley, and we have a great panel that we put together here for you tonight with Deseret News reporter Jasen Lee, retired police officer Chris Bertram, now joined by Lilian Newey. Her brother Edgar Hernandez was shot and killed by police in 2001. Let's talk a little bit about the dangers now of labeling an entire group of people, whether it be African Americans, Hispanics, police officers. Lilian, I'd like to get your perspective on this and how the current climate has become so difficult for any group almost to go through this, because police feel as though they are getting a raw deal. Certain minority groups feel as though they're being labeled and put into a stereotype. What is your reaction to what we've seen?
So yesterday, as I was trying to explain to my children what's going on, because we've got a very good communication, and as things like this come up, they want to have questions. And as I sat and I was talking with my 15-year-old, it was the first time that I realized that there is a lot of stereotyping going on. She said that just a little bit before school got out, she was walking to her class outside of a different building, and a car encountered her, about ran her over, and just basically yelled at her and said, "Get off the road, you dirty Mexican." That was shocking to me, because and it was shocking to her because her reaction was, well, I'm technically white because my father is American, born here, and my mom is from Guatemala, so what am I? And even within our own community, sometimes we divide. She says, I don't feel accepted by the Hispanic community because I don't speak Spanish. I don't feel accepted by the white community. Why do we have to have different colors? Why do we have to be labeled differently? We're all people in the end.
Jasen, you mentioned this morning that you said that as a black man, you never want to see a police officer.
Not today. I mean, when I was younger, when I was growing up I grew up in the south side of Chicago, and we had a precinct in our neighborhood, and I went there all the time. They were part of our community. But as I've gotten older, by the time I became an adult, that was less the case. And in fact, that precinct's been closed for many years. So today, seeing what I see in places around the country and the tragedies that occur, I worry that that could be me. And I know it could be me because I'm just like everybody else. And so often, things escalate for reasons that I'm not there, so I don't totally understand. But it frightens me, and I don't know what I would do. And I certainly don't want to be put in a position where I become that story one night. And I must say, I'm frightened every day. I really am.
It is an issue that we are going to be discussing here in our early evening newscast tonight, and I want to get reaction from Chris Bertram, a retired police officer, in a few minutes. Stay with us as we have now identified some of the issues, and we want to talk about some of the solutions, how each of these three members of our panel believe that greater responsibility among society can help us move forward. We'll have that coming up in just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Yeah, fascinating perspectives there. All right, Andrew, thank you. All right.